This is Ian with Build Brothers. Going to go ahead and do a digital inspection here at 4175 Williamette Avenue in San Diego. Going to start here at the front of the home. And I did inspect underneath the eaves, and underneath the eaves look pretty darn good. These rain gutters here are really kind of cheap plastic style rain gutters that could potentially be causing more problems than good. So I would recommend getting rid of those and going with a seamless rain gutter. We've got two different types of roofing on this house. We've got the asphalt shingle here, what we call an architectural asphalt shingle, and the general condition of the shingles is okay. I put the age somewhere between 15 and 20 years, maybe, yeah, probably closer to the 20-year mark. Here on the front of the home, which is northwest facing, definitely gets a lot of sun exposure, but not quite as much on the southwest side. So we start to see a little bit of granule loss, a little bit of exposed fiberglass. If we look across the roof, anywhere where we it kind of looks shiny, tells us that that's the fiberglass coming through. Just an indication of age and wear on a roof like this. In general, the install quality looks to be professional. Nothing jumping out at me saying it was installed by a homeowner or somebody that was not a roofer. The valleys look like they're weaved properly. This torch down here, so this is something we want to see. This little black line is what we call bleed out, and that means that enough heat was used in the application process to get the layers to stick to themselves. Anytime we inspected a torch down roof, which is what this material is, we're going to look down the metal, and we're going to make sure that the material is not separating from the metal. And here at the front of the house, it looks okay. I'll show you something on the back of the house that does not look okay. Anytime there is a buildup of debris like this, all these granules here, that tells us that the water's ponding in that location, and typically that will be our first point of failure. No reason to believe that this front roof is failing, or the shingles are failing, but worth mentioning. We come up over here to the southwest side, and this is going to get the most sunshine, which means the most wear and tear. And sure enough, we got really extensive granule loss over here, and the roof does appear much older over here. Looks like something was deleted or a repair was made right here. Those shingles are new or newer, and then those ridge caps are new. Not sure what's the original part of the house and what's an addition, but there has been a kind of a vulnerable area created here, this little dead valley or this cricket. And then to complicate it a little bit further, it looks like air conditioning was installed fairly recently in probably what is the most vulnerable location on this roof. Where I would expect a leak to happen has been complicated a little bit with this air conditioner. So I guess would have been really nice to come in and at least re-roof this whole section before that air conditioner went down, so that it doesn't have to be moved anytime soon. But shouldn't be. Looks a little scary under there. Anyways, moving on. Safe to assume that there's only one layer of roof on this house. These are whirlybirds, and this is the downhill side of the flashing. Anytime we can see the flashing, that typically tells us that there's only one layer on the roof. That's a good sign. We see 3, 4, 5 layers on houses, and that's just a sign that it was not installed professionally. But again, this all looks pretty good. We come back here, and we got another flat roof section. Most of it looks good until we get to the edge. We can see all that buildup of debris here, and then we can see the actual material separating from the metal drip edge. And so this section of roof has unfortunately failed. Could potentially cut it out and torch in a patch and be able to get a few years down the road. And then it looks like mastic has been applied all around here to try to solve that same problem here. Mastic is typically just considered a temporary solution. Got a bunch of buildup debris there as well. What else was worth mentioning on this roof? Got a couple old satellite dishes that were, the bases were left in place If they're not leaking, then, you know, easier to leave them than eliminate them. This looks pretty good, except it didn't get sealed. And so this is the line set for the air conditioning system, and it really should have been sealed in with big gobs of mastic where the line set meets the metal flashing, and then also cover up those screws that hold down the flashing. Pretty minor. You know, looking at just this section of roof, I would give I'd give life expectancy somewhere around the 5-year mark on a roof that's looking kind of in this condition. Maybe 5 to 8 good years, and then start having issues. Just my opinions on the roof, but all in all, does not look looks okay.